prove that the angle turned by the reflected ray is twice the angle turned by the mirror. First, you think that this is the first position of the plane mirror. Now this is the normal and this is the incident ray. This is the source. So, this angle is the angle of incidence, I1. When the mirror turned by an angle alpha, the normal also simultaneously turned by the same angle alpha. You see, this is a line, this is perpendicular to it. So now let's say the baseline turned by 90 degree, let's say 45 degree. So what happened? The normal also turned by 45 degree. Now let's say the baseline again turned by 45 degree. That means the baseline turned by 90 degree. This was the baseline. First it was turned 45 degree. So the normal was like this, then it turned 45 degree. Now the baseline came to its original position and turned by 90 degree. So now, what happened? It's turned 90 degree. When the baseline turned 90 degree, the normal also turned 90 degree. That means, I want to say, the angle turned by the mirror is same to the angle turned by the normal. That's why, if this is alpha, then no doubt this is alpha. In first case, the normal n is perpendicular to the mirror at position M. So, this is I1. Or you may say this is I. Next, when the normal turned alpha, when the base turned alpha, simultaneously the normal also turned alpha degree. So now the incident angle is, source remain fixed. So incident angle increases. Let's say this angle is I dash. At this position, the incident angle is I. Then the reflected angle is R. This is the reflected angle. This is R. When the plane mirror turned by the angle alpha incident angle varies and it became greater than before. It became I dash. Simply the reflected angle also varies. So when it is I dash, the reflected angle is R dash. When the incident angle is I dash, the reflected angle is R dash. When the incident angle is I, the reflected angle is R. The angle between two normal is alpha. The angle between two different positions of the plane mirror is alpha. Plane mirror turned by alpha. The normal also turned by the same angle alpha. Let's say the reflected angle turned by theta. Let this position is P. This is key. So PQ is the reflected ray when the mirror is at M. PS is the reflected ray when the mirror is at M dash. Now QPS is equal to theta is the angle between two reflected rays. PQS QPS QPS is equal to theta M dash is equal to alpha, we have to establish the relation between theta and alpha. We have to establish the relation between theta and alpha. Look at the figure. I dash is equal to, this is I, this is alpha, the source is fixed, the source is fixed, this is I, this is alpha, the source is fixed, this is I dash. So I dash is equal to I plus alpha. I plus alpha. I dash is equal to I plus alpha. Let's say this is equation 1. Look at here. This is R dash. This is R dash. R dash is equal to, R dash is equal to how much? Look at here. R dash is equal to how much? R dash is equal to R plus theta R dash is equal to R plus theta minus R plus theta, that means this minus this, that means became R dash. This angle minus this angle became this angle. R plus theta minus alpha is equal to R dash. R plus theta minus alpha is equal to R dash. So R dash is equal to R plus theta minus alpha. This is equation 2. But according to laws of reflection, so this is I dash and this is R dash. This is N dash. I dash and R dash are the incident angle and the reflected angle at the position M dash when the plane mirror is at the position M dash. So now, according to laws of reflection, I dash is equal to R dash when the plane is at the position M. When the plane is at the position M, This is the incident angle. This is the reflected angle. When it is M, this is I, this is R. When it is M dash, the angle became I dash and the reflected angle became R dash. So now, I is the incident angle when the mirror is at M, horizontally placed. So this is I, this is R, reflected angle. So according to laws of reflection, I is equal to R. So now we have two data. One is I dash, angle I dash is equal to R dash, angle I is equal to R, according to laws of reflection. Combining both the equations, we get, I dash is equal to R dash. I dash is equal to R dash. I dash is equal to R dash. Implies I plus alpha is equal to R plus theta minus alpha. But I plus alpha is equal to R plus theta minus alpha. But angle I is equal to angle R. So I is equal to R. Cancels. So now take this alpha to this side. 2 alpha is equal to theta. Finally we got theta is equal to 2 alpha. What does it mean? Theta is the angle swithed, angle turned by the reflected ray. Alpha is the angle turned by the plane mirror. So now we proved the angle turned by the reflected ray is twice the angle turned by the mirror. The angle turned by the reflected ray is equal to twice the angle turned by the mirror. Finished. prove that the minimum size of a plane mirror should be half the size of the man to see his complete view. How to prove it? This proof is also based on the principle of plane mirror. This is another proof which is based on the principle of plane mirror. Draw the plane mirror, simultaneously draw a man. Let's say here is a man. Now here is his head. Here is the eye. Here is his feet. Bhavirya, just imagine a man stood here. Which is represented through a line. The top of the line represents the head of the man. This point represents the eye of the man, and this point represents the feet of the man. Okay. Now, the plane mirror is QS. The plane mirror is QS. This is the reflecting surface. This is the back side of the plane mirror, which is opaque. Here is the person HF. H stands for head, E stands for eye, and F stands for feet. The image of the person HF is H dash and F dash. Now HF, HP is equal to PH dash, because HP is the object distance. H dash P image distance. Here is the eye. Here is the eye. So a man can see through his eye. A man can see through his eye of his complete view. That means he can see through his eye the head as well as his feet. So this is the image point of the head. This is the image point of the feet. The man can see simultaneously the head, his head and feet through his eye. So you see, the ray came from the head, reflected here on the surface of the plane mirror and entered into his eye. This is the reflected ray. This is the incident ray. This is the normal. This is the angle of incidence, which is equal to the angle of reflection. So now you can see the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. The distance of the head from the plane mirror is same as the distance from the plane mirror of his image of the head. Now here you can see the man can able to see his feet through the plane mirror, where the feet image is F dash at a distance R F dash. So FR is equal to R F dash, because FR is, if F is the feet and PR is the axis passes through along the plane mirror. So now QS is the plane mirror, PQ and SR are the empty space. This space is empty. Both the spaces are empty. But now it is a rectangle. It separates into two halves, HP, RF, and another one is PH dash, F dash R. So move to the triangle H dash E. In the triangle H dash E, H dash E. So HP is equal to H dash P. Similarly, you may write similarly FR is equal to F R dash. In the triangle H dash E, HP is equal to PH dash. HP is equal to PH dash. HP is equal to PH dash. PQ parallel to HE. PQ parallel to HE. તમે જાણીછો P is the midpoint of H dash. P is the midpoint of H dash. So HP is equal to PH dash. P is the midpoint. PQ is parallel to HE. HE is parallel to PQ. HE is parallel to PQ. So now you just tell me what is the condition of Q? Q is the midpoint of EH dash. Implies Q is the midpoint of EH dash. EQ is equal to Q H dash. Come to this point. Now, in the triangle E F dash F, E F dash F, or you may say F F dash E. R FR is equal to RF dash. FR is equal to FR is equal to RF dash. SR is parallel to EF. SR parallel is parallel to EF. You see, R is the midpoint of F dash. SR is parallel to EF. So no doubt S is the midpoint of EF dash. So S is the midpoint of EF dash. Now move to this point Q and S. Q is the midpoint of E, Q and QH dash. S is the midpoint of E, S and S, F dash. So from here it is clear, in the triangle H dash E F dash, in the triangle H dash E F dash, H dash E F dash, QS is parallel to H dash F dash. Q EQ is equal to QH dash. ES is equal to SF dash. So in the triangle H dash E, in the triangle H dash E F dash, Q is the midpoint of EH dash. That means EQ is equal to QH dash. ES is equal to SF dash. ES is equal to SF dash. SF dash. QS is parallel to H dash F dash. QS is parallel to H dash F dash. QS is parallel to H dash F dash. Q is the midpoint of EH dash. S is the midpoint of EF dash. QS is parallel to H dash F dash. Hence QS is half of H dash and F dash. Hence QS is equal to half of H dash F dash. But earlier I have stated in the next class AB and A dash B dash are same in size, and the object distance is equal to the image distance. So HF is equal to H dash F dash. This is the height of the man. This is also same as the height of the man. But this is the image height of the man, and this is the original height of the man. But in case of plane mirror, HF is equal to H dash F dash. Both the object and the image have the same height. So you can write now QS is equal to half of HF. That means QS is the mirror length and HF is the height of the man. Length implies length of the mirror should be equal to half the size of the man. For to see complete view length of the mirror should be equal to half the size of the man. Okay, all the best. Meet you later.